doing this kind of stuff, and then they don't have hibernate, you're stuck.
It's okay, you can get hybrid, right?
You can get what?
You can get the hybrid.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make the whole system for you, yeah.
There you go.
That's what I usually do, especially if you get a job like in NASA, and you say, look, I only know hibernate, no problem, we'll change everything to hibernate.
That's right.
Yeah. But that's what it is. So what happened again? So the big problem here is that we need to go back and forth with the book. So some of the stuff we need to go back to the notes that you got on the old book and some on the new book. So we did all the way up to question number 4. So we start on 4, right? So you guys that were not here yesterday, you need to go and do question 1, 2, and 3. So basically what we did was we made a copy of assignment 4. Okay? And we made that, and I'm going over there right now. And then the first thing that we needed to do with that was to add some jar files. So the jar files that he's got on chapter 5, they're not there, so you need to go back to the old book and get the jar files from the old book.
Okay.
How many jar files do you added from the old book?
I believe it was like 5.
So we have 9 now in total? If you
Right.
copy tutorial.
Exactly.
So you need the ones that say hibernate, jar files.
Yeah,
Oh.
they were, yeah, I'll tell you exactly which one they are. What else was the problem at that point?
EDJ, persistent, solids, hibernate.
You got that? Okay, I'll show you that right now. So here's-
You just started on the old book.
No, you
without
have to
going
stop.
how smooth sailing.
Oh, if we switch from that point, from 4 on, we switch to the old book?
Yeah.
Now it's
Okay,
go,
good,
so
okay.
You did all of it,
you've got here.
All right.
Still working on it, Mia?
That's why I'm giving you.
So from section 4,
Trying to play.
Mr. Gomez is saying to go ahead and instead of the new book, switch back to the old book.
And then examples.
Yeah, for the examples and for the tutorial. For the tutorials also?
Yeah, he's missing some examples in the old one that I guess he assumes you're really smart and you could do it on your own. But you can go to the new book and steal it from there, and if anything, modify a little bit, but for the most part, you're good staying here.
So, but follow the tutorials from the old one?
What is that jar file on the right?
Yeah, you can click on that and show it.
Okay, so these jar files,
Accessing the.
these will be on the old book, right?
Oh.
So here, we go ahead and access individual jars, right? Okay.
Whoa.
Then the jars that we need to download are from here, this E guy here, EJ guy, down to the Hibernate 3 jar.
Down to which one?
Hibernate 3.
From EJ3.
I want to get the buttons information.
So I'll show you.
That's the button for the road.
Right here. This is a copy of that. This is as far as we got yesterday. So if I go to the libraries, they're right here. So in addition to these 4 that we did in chapter 4, we go to the old book and on the yards, we download these 2, 4, and 5. Okay? And that one is actually, if you, let me open another page, I'm sorry. If you go to the new book, right? And you go into tutorials, and you go into chapter 5, which is what we're doing. is we went ahead and added jar folder.
And there you go, that's the list on top.
Say that again?
The list of the jar files.
Okay, I see, on number 2, right?
There's no question.
Okay, this one, right, this is the list of those, right? But if you try to go over here to these jar files, they don't exist over here on the new book.
Click on access the individual jars.
This is the same thing.
See, they're not here,
Mm.
Okay.
right?
Tricky.
So we got lucky that someone was nice enough to go check the old book,
Yeah.
and they are in the old book, not in the new book. So because of that, it was recommended by somebody here to go back to tutorial on the old book. So continue here on the old book.
What is the chapter 1 tutorial there? On question number 1?
To use the tutorials from it.
Right.
Chapter 1?
It's assuming,
Right.
it's
So that's,
assuming,
and that's also in the new book, which is really screwed up.
no, but what it is, because it's assuming that we're building on the project
Oh,
from chapter
okay.
1.
Okay, so basically it's the one from chapter 4, the one that we're gonna start with.
Yes.
Because if you
And
do
that one has
chapter
chapter
1,
one.
and then he continues talking about stuff that happened in chapter 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't
That's
want to
in
go
chapter-
back and rebuild all of chapter 4.
Yeah, chapter 1's in the tutorial 4.
Right. So what we did last night was I went ahead and took this one, chapter 4. I did a right click and I said, what was it?
Copy.
Copy,
No. Go
Down?
Copy, there you go.
right? So when you do copy, it actually creates a clone. And it assigns a number there. So what I did here was I recalled that, I just renamed that to, for chapter 5.
Got it.
All right?
That's
So
easy.
now, we have an exact copy of these guys. So the next step was to go ahead and get the jar files, add the jar files,
Alright.
okay? If you go back to number 1, then you have to rebuild everything from 1 to 4. You don't want to do that,
Yeah, so.
unless you have a lot of time.
No, we don't.
We don't. Mm.
Okay, so we go back to this guy here. This is the old book, right? And we were on chapter 4, section 4.
So now you're in the source package.
Yeah. So we added something here called source package, right here. And then on the source package, we needed to go ahead and add from chapter 3 the default validate and from chapter 4 the enhance, right? Was it? No, the share.
They share, yeah.
Yeah, that one came from the other guy.
Yeah, the share came from the other guy too.
Right. So we needed to go ahead and that one create a package called share and then extend it from helper base chapter 4. So that's where we start having problems.
Yeah. Would you mind clicking on helper base chapter 5 that Java for me, Professor P? Yeah. Yeah, that one with the red thing inside.
Chapter 5, right?
Yeah, this one is season 5.
All right.
That one you can do a copy and paste from the new book, right?
That's what we did, and it's not working.
It's not working?
Right. You see we have an error here?
Yeah, that's the error I wanted to see.
This error.
So
Alright,
super
can we start?
request, response.
So Mr. Gomez, what was your idea on that one?
What was the error?
This
I got
one,
that somewhere.
the guy with the super guy here,
It's calling
cannot be
the,
applied to given types.
it's calling the constructor from the super, because this is extending the helper base chapter 4, it's calling the super, the constructor from helper base chapter 4.
Change the extends to chapter 5.
Chapter 5 is called 4.
Or uppercase.
No, we have to go back in chapter 4 to and see what,
Go to
what
chapter,
parameters
yeah, helper
it's
base
accepting.
chapter 4 real quick.
Well, that one adds like another argument.
This one?
Yeah, that one right there. Open it up real quick.
As HTTP start with.